Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Tons, and today we're gonna be spending even more money to fuel our Halloween addiction. Now I drove roughly an hour from my house to go to a singular party city to pick up a singular item. Now this party city actually had quite the goodies. It had the new lava demon, it had Michael, it had the torture box woman, and it even had a couple of popcorn clowns. And unfortunately, it also had the Creepshow animatronic, which we all know has seen many better days, but we were not here for any of that. We were here for something larger, something greater, something bigger than we've ever seen, something that will deplete your bank account in 2 seconds, something that cackles. And if you can't tell by now, it's Cackles the Clown from Party City / Halloween City. And today we're gonna figure out if this dude was worth it or I wasted nearly $500. Let's do this. This is Cackles the Clown from Party City and Halloween City. I highly recommend you call around at your Party Cities and Halloween Cities to check if they do have a Cackles the Clown in stock if you really do want them. The bigger Party City stores and Halloween City should be getting some Cackles the Clown. It won't be that many though, but make sure you do call to see if they have any and go down there and get your Cackles the Clown. But also, like I said, what really sucks about him is that he retails for $500, so not everyone is probably going to be able to get him. I highly recommend you guys get a Party City coupon if you do plan to get him, or really anything from Party City. This is technically the worst price for anything this year retail-wise, but this is like 12 foot tall and also really huge. So I highly recommend that if you want to get this guy or anything else from Party City / Halloween City this year, that you get a 15% off coupon online. The website, you can sign up for like an email and then get a 15% off coupon online or for in-store. Other than his price, Cackles the Clown is definitely one of my most anticipated clown props for the entire year, probably if not the most anticipated. This is the first 12-foot clown prop that we have ever gotten. As you know, we do have the 12-foot props like the 12-foot skeleton, the 12-foot Inferno pumpkin, the 12-foot witch, and the 12-foot mummy from Lowe's. And there's also another couple of Jimmy 12-footers that we don't really talk about. But this right here is made by the same company as all the Home Depot ones, so it is the same quality and it's going to be really, really good quality. It will withstand being outside. So thankfully with Party City, it's going to be the same quality as your Home Depot ones, so it should withstand a lot. But hopefully it would be worth it, I think, right? Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. But let's stop rambling and let's get him out of this huge box. Now this box right here is roughly the same size as any 12-footer box, so like the 12-foot skeleton is roughly that same size. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my gosh. What the heck is this shoe size? This shoe size, oh my goodness gracious. This is the largest SVI shoe I've ever seen in my life. And oh my gosh, you can see his nose peeking through there. Look how, oh my, that's huge. That's just his nose. His foam pieces are really large too, but this is basically all what you see burst in the box, and holy moly, the size is insane. Let's just pull out his shoe here first, and oh my goodness. Dude, these are like size 20 shoes. These are like, oh my gosh. I can literally fit my entire head in this shoe. Do you guys see this? This can literally stomp on me. Next up here we got the instructions, then we have his adapter right here. The adapter also seems to be the same one that the Home Depot 12-foot skeletons and 12-foot animated props use. It also does have that waterproof connection that you can tighten on when you plug them in, so that is very, very nice to see. Next up we have extremely large foam pieces for the hands and legs. Next up we have his module piece right here, and as you can see, it's not that big of a module piece, but it does serve its purpose, and as you can see, here's where you plug it in, his volume control and all of his modes, sensor mode, and all that goodie. And here we have a pretty decently large hip loop. This is not your typical hip loop. Oh my goodness gracious. Look how big this thing is. Here's my hand. Look at him. This thing is massive. It seems he also used the same lights as Mr. Punchy here, so when you turn them on, these will go off as green lights, and then his nose lights up, and then also his mouth lights up as well with that same stuff. His head also looks so freaking creepy. As you can see, there's some blood down there too. That looks really, really cool. This thing looks sick. Holy jeez. Look at the size of this, okay? This is literally half of my body. This is like 3 feet tall. This head alone is like 3 feet tall. We do have all of his clothes in one bag, which is pretty typical. And by the feel of it, it seems like this is definitely the waterproof quality. As you can tell, this is very, very baggy. I could literally probably wear this as a skirt. Look at this. What the heck? This is large. Here's the rest of his clothes. His clothes are definitely 100% waterproof. As you can tell, the material is definitely the same as like the 12-foot witch, which does also have the waterproof quality. So that is very good that this is waterproof so it can last outside. These hands are just insane. His entire proportions are like the biggest thing I have seen. Look at his nails too. His nails look so good. Oh my goodness gracious. He's gonna come out and grab ya with this huge hand. And up next we have his shoulder piece and the wreck of his mechanism for his head, and it's not too big. It's still like big, but like it's not as wide as you would think. Up close of his mechanism there, as you can see, it's for the head, and the welds look strong. They feel very, very strong and tough. This definitely feels like it's gonna last. And then we have all the pulls for his arms and legs. And then last but not least, we have his base, and it all comes in one piece. It does not come in half like some of the other 12-footers, and this does look exactly the same as a typical 12-footer base, so that is very, very good to see. And right over here you can see that it also has the room for support poles, just like the 12-foot skeleton or any of the other Home Depot 12-footers, which is very good to see. Alright guys, so we finally got all the parts out of the box. Make sure you keep the box nearby because you're definitely going to use the box, unless if you do have a ladder, but I highly recommend using a box to put him down and set him up that way, so do not move his box anywhere. Now, I'm actually quite nervous to set him up. I am so hyped, but I'm also extremely nervous. I really hope this guy was worth it because I had to pay a leg and an arm for this guy. So, let's begin the setup of Cackles, the clown. So first, before you do anything, make sure the base is facing this way, or you're going to set them up wrong incorrectly off the bat. So make sure this is the front and that is the back. Then next, you're going to take your B and C pole, and snap lock C on this side, and then snap lock B on his left side. And next, what we're going to do here is take these little support poles. You simply just slide them right there into that hole right there. It kind of takes a bit of bending down because it's always a bit weird here, just like that. And then same for the other side. You're gonna pull it up here and then simply just put it on through like that, and that is the support on the bottom two poles. And the next what we're gonna do is take his giant shoes. Doesn't matter which side you put them on, you're just gonna put them over the poles just like that, just like so. And then next we're gonna take his E leg poles and then snap lock them on the C and B poles. And next we're going to take his F foam pieces and slide them over the legs, just like so. And now we're going to take his clothes. You want to find the bottom of his foot, and then simply just put it over the pole right over here, all the way down. Oh, make sure you don't rip it, oh gosh. And the opening at the bottom of the shirt, and then here we go, you have the pole sticking out just like that. Now we're going to take his module piece and snap lock it up here at the top of these poles coming out from the pants of the legs. Just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tip him over and put him on the box so we can assemble him from a taller height, because now he's getting to like at least like roughly, this is like at least about 7 feet up there. Just like so. And then as you can see, there's a hole for the Velcro of the sensor right there, and you're simply just going to go under the clothes of the right leg and simply just Velcro it right there. And now what we're going to do is take his hip loop and simply just slide it down here, and then here are some prongs right here, and then you simply just want to slide those in. Just like that. Now we're going to take his shoulder piece and his head mechanism, and we're simply going to snap lock it on the top of this pole coming from the legs and module. Snap lock it in like that. Ow, I kind of cut myself there with the snap lock. Be really careful, these are really tough snap locks. But you also do not want to injure yourself. As you can see right there, I'm already bleeding from this thing, so you might get some cuts and bruises, but hopefully it will be worth it when he's fully complete. Next, you're going to take his left arm pole labeled M, and take the foam labeled L and put it on the short side of where his actual hand will connect and snap lock right here, just like that. And then take the longer K foam piece and then put it on the long side of the pole where you will snap this in at the top of the shoulder piece right there. Here. Just like that. And then you want to do the same for the other right arm. Just like that. And now we will pull up all the clothes. Next up, we're finally going to take his giant hands and then simply go up here and snap lock it on the arm, pull, just like that. And now for the best part, we're going to take his gigantic head, which I still cannot believe it's this big. It's literally not even fitting in the frame. You can see there is a snap lock on the end of his head there. And then we're going to go to his body over here where this hole is peeking up at the top of his shoulder piece. There's a snap lock pole right here. We're just gonna get this on. As you can see, it is kind of squishing me right now, but this thing is huge and it's really heavy. We just gotta snap lock it in. There we go. Now we're just gonna put his wires through the clothes all the way down so it can connect to the module piece. And before we tilt him up, we're gonna put his collar on now. I forgot about that. Okay, now is the moment of truth. We are going to tilt him up and see how tall this bad boy is. Here we go. Now we're still fully not done with him yet. I still have to wire him up and plug him in, but a really dumb thing on this guy is that his Velcro stops all the way up here, which is really dumb because to get to his module, it's down here. So that is kind of really dumb. I am not sure why they did that on a 12-footer like this, but what I did to fix that is I actually opened a slit here, and I'm gonna add some Velcro, hot glue some Velcro right there, so it's gonna be like that up there, so you can have easy access to the module, because the module is right here, kind of in his butt area, but the Velcro actually stops up there. So I highly recommend you open up a slit here, add some Velcro, and then you have easy access to the module there. You can adjust his volume and plug him in and do whatever, change his modes. So I highly recommend doing that. And now for the moment of truth. The demo of the 12-foot Cackles the Clown. He is ready to go. He is all wired up. I've got his adapter plugged in, and let us see him in action. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Cackles the Clown. And I've got to say, this is by far one of my most favorite props of all time. This thing has the quality, this thing has the detail, it has the size. This is the biggest proportions I've ever seen on a retail animatronic. His music, his audio, his look is just incredible, and I can't get over it. Now, $500 is still a bit overpriced in my opinion. I think $400 would have been perfect for this guy. He is a 12-footer with movement, but I think it definitely should have been a bit lower than $500. $500 is really expensive. I do, however, think this was worth it. If you plan to pick up Cackles the Clown, I highly recommend you use a coupon for this guy. He will be worth your time and money, I guarantee you. He will be the spotlight in your haunt, or your Halloween display, or anything you do with them. This is one of the best clown props of all time, in my opinion. I give Cackles the Clown a 10 out of 10. Great job, Party City. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you like Cackles the Clown, I also would highly recommend you try to get this guy wherever you can, whether it's Party City or Halloween City. Also, comment down below what you think of Cackles. This is definitely a must-have in a clown theme, or just any person that is doing any clowns. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe as always. Have a great day. This has been Ryan Sans. Peace.